Hey friends, let me tell you about how miserable life in Beijing actually is. Back when I lived in Beijing, friends would text, "Hey, I'm in town, let's grab dinner together." Sounds simple, right? But in Beijing, nothing is simple. Because here's the truth: Beijing isn't one city, it is dozens of mini cities stitched together. Meeting a friend across town wasn't dinner. It was a half-day mission. Honestly, sometimes it felt faster to take the high-speed rail to Tianjin City than to cross from one end of Beijing to the other. You want warmth and friendship? In Beijing, giving somebody a ride to the airport counts as humanitarian aid. Friendship there isn't measured in smiles, it's measured in ring rolls. Beijing is huge, not big city huge. Mythological creature huge. 8.4 Shenzhens, 15 Hong Kongs, 21 New Yorks. When I first arrived, the subway had 3 lines. Now it's a bowl of noodles. Every time I look, there's a new strand. Back then, I swore I would never work beyond the fourth ring road. Today, JD, Baidu, Tencent, everybody leaves past the fifth ring like it's suburban therapy. Out of town friends show up and say, "We're in the same city, let's meet." No, we're not. I'm in Haidian, Beijing. You're in Tongzhou, Beijing. That is like a long distance relationship. From North Fifth Ring to Yizhuang, that's not dinner. That's a business trip. You deserve a hotel voucher for that. For a decade, the city tried to control the size of houses, cars, people, and somehow the pancake just kept spreading. A classmate once bragged that he's in Beijing's 13th ring, and I said, "Congrats, you're basically in Inner Mongolia with Beijing's shipping rates." People say Beijingers are warm, they're right, and they're wrong. Social time in Beijing costs real money and real life. Stuck in traffic at 11 p.m. on the third ring, that is a Tuesday. In smaller cities, picking friends up, dropping them off, keeping them company, normal. In Beijing, that's a logistics project. They don't have meetups, they have operations. In Beijing, exchanging business cards counts as knowing each other. 2 calls a year means you're tight. And if somebody crosses 3 districts to eat with you, not for business, just to eat, that is like a blood oath. The friends who see each other daily and eat lunch together, those are called colleagues, co-workers. Beijing looks like everybody's dream until you live there. The Forbidden City, the Great Wall, Hohai, hundreds of theaters, opera, drama, whatever your flavor. But walk into the audience, 6 out of 10 are from out of town. 3 are newly arrived romantics. The last one is a local, scrolling WeChat, wondering how long till curtain call. I've done my Beijing tourism tour. 7 times to Great Wall, 9 to the Forbidden City, and 10 times to the Summer Palace. Do I feel national pride standing on the Great Wall? Honestly, no. I think of Meng Jiangnu crying in the wind. The Forbidden City, endless empty rooms. My grandma's pigsty has more personality. Beijing gives you culture, but you can't eat culture. What locals actually taste daily is smog, gridlock, and altitude sickness housing price. Outside you can't move, inside you can't breathe. Congrats, you've unlocked both modes. If Beijing still has a soul, it's with the few old families, 3 generations deep, sitting on 5 apartments. They're the only ones fanning themselves after dinner, teasing some birds in the hutong, and saying, I have 5 apartments in Beijing, with the same energy most people used to say, pass the salt. Meanwhile, first generation migrants, 10 years for a shoebox flat, and another decade for a slightly larger shoebox. And if they're lucky, a school district shoebox. And even if their kid graduates from Tsinghua or Beida, guess what? They still can't afford a home. The family hamster wheel just went multi-generational. And people joke, you don't buy a house in Beijing, a house buys you. Every meal, every raise, every side hustle goes straight to the mortgage monster. And by the time you finally upgrade to a decent flat, you are middle-aged and too tired to enjoy it. And guess what? Your kid still can't afford one. That's not a dream. That's a 70-year lease with depression included. So when you ask why old Beijingers are calm and they like to have fun, it's not just culture, it's cash flow, Serenity is easier with rental income. And don't forget the smog apocalypse. The real Beijing perfume is PM 2.5. These are days when you step outside and it feels like smoking 10 cigarettes just to buy your breakfast. You check your air purifier filter after a week, it looks like it fought a war with a coal mine and lost. People here don't ask, how is the weather? They ask, how is your AQI today? And if you're lucky enough to glimpse the sun, congratulations. You've just witnessed a limited time phenomenon, what locals call APEC blue, APEC line. Translation, the factories shut down for a conference and the sky got the weekend off. Since 2017, Beijing has been closing hole-in-the-wall shops, like the noodle giants, mom and pops, cheap hostels, low-end workers got pushed out. It's called upgrading. And I call it trying to lose weight by stripping naked. Officials claim Beijing is sprinting toward a world-class city. But every step forward seems to move it further from livability and openness. And what is left? The winners live for Australia, New Zealand, Canada, California. The exhausted retreat to Hebei, the northeast, the small town city. And around 20 million remain pretending it's life. But this city doesn't really offer life. It offers the dreams of a tiny field and the work of the many.